number one. Show number one for the year 2023. That is, am I right on that?
2023. You got to get used to writing that now.
Yeah, and people are still going to be writing checks that say 2022 on it.
Of course they are.
Which I think the banks don't get all fussed about that until like 30 days go by, or something like that. I think they honor checks that are written incorrectly for like the first 30 days, and then
then they're like, okay, snap out of it, wake up,
or pull your head out of your ass.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the first time I said pull your head out of your ass for the year 2023.
Oh my.
Yeah, there's the bell.
Here.
Yeah, right there. Oh my God. Here we go, Raylene.
Get him the bell.
How was your?
Oh yeah. See this? That's what you're going to talk about. That.
Yeah, I am.
Well, kind of. Yeah. It's in your stack of papers over there.
All right. I know I have a huge stack of papers here. How was your weekend? Your New Year's weekend?
It was good. It was very calm and relaxing. It was just a quiet weekend.
Which was
and
the same.
That was good for me.
Yeah, same story for Christmas for you. It was just chill.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas was a little more hectic with family and meals and prep and whatever, but yeah.
Were you ever a big, New Year's Eve party person? Let's go out, run through the streets naked, get drunk, get arrested, climb on top of buildings?
Not to your extent, no. I definitely used to go out and enjoy the evening, but not quite
like that.
No. That's a little bit beyond.
New Year's Eve for me is it's always been about always. I mean, this was, I think, our 18th New Year's Eve together, and Sherilyn and I are just always about just pajamas, blankets, movies, maybe some shrimp, but just, some jalapeno poppers and, maybe some eggnog with a splash of something in it. And that's what we've always not always. We've just never been like first night, the fireworks and all that. I don't know. We've just never really been like that. But I know
I did take out from Gusto's.
Yeah.
I know that, years ago, we used to always go to the Canadian Club for New Year's Eve. But I think the last time I did that was 2007.
And they used to throw a pretty good party over there?
Yeah, they did.
Huh.
They did. It was nice. It was always nice.
Well, I know Sugarbush had a huge bash, and St. Johnsbury did as well. And Montpelier had a lot of stuff going on too. So,
but no fireworks.
No fireworks this year. Hey, I'm wearing. You're wearing flannel. I'm wearing flannel. It's a flannel day.
It is a flannel day, but you know what? I'm wearing my flannel and no jacket. I didn't grab a jacket today.
I'm wearing my flannel with no jacket. I packed a jacket. I have it, but I'm not wearing it.
It's just like, yeah, that's great.
It's a flannel day. I'm also wearing rubber boots. Are you wearing rubber boots?
I'm not. I'm wearing my.
As
we used to call them shit kickers.
Shit kickers, yeah. I got the rubber boots on today. I just can't be bothered with it.
These are the best boots ever. Just ask Newton. Newton and I have the same.
Oh, do you
pair.
really?
Yeah. And he loves them so much he bought more of them to have as backup for when he ruins the pair he wears.
That sounds like Newton.
Because he was worried they wouldn't sell them anymore.
That's exactly sounds like Newton. Oh my God. First off, I want to say good morning to you. If you're just joining us, you've got yourself aired out. Live from the ASB Financial Studios and Fly on the Wall Productions in Barrie, Vermont. We appreciate your eyes and your ears. We're going to do a little bit of kind of like our own little mini year in review stuff-ish. We're also going to chat with Michelle Hebert from William Ravies. We're going to not only talk about how the real estate market is looking like here in Vermont, but also grocery chains that are pumping up. This is a true headline. It's legit, really. That are pumping up real estate values, and one of them is Trader Joe's. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, we touched on that a little bit last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closer your home is to a Trader Joe's, the higher the value is. It's crazy. Absolutely
it is
crazy.
That sounds ridiculous, actually. Good morning, Glenn, and welcome back to Vermont.
Yes. And Tim Cross.
Yes, good morning.
Tim's was away on vacation for a little bit from Vermont Quick Loop, but he's back.
Nice.
The first baby in Vermont that was born in 2023 is officially with us. Elsie Claire Ramo, born at the Northwestern Medical Center in St. Albans. You found this story. 6 pounds, 14 ounces.
Welcome to the world.
Yes. Buckle up.
Yeah.
Because it's a crazy world.
A little cutie.
Some of the stories that are going to be picking up some steam this month. Of course, we've got the Vermont legislature that is going to be in gear. That's one of the stories. The other one is what's going to happen with minimum wage in the state of Vermont. That's going to be going up
And
soon.
funding of schools, which is in your pile there.
Yes.
Funding of schools. They're questioning whether they should be
Come from income
coming
or,
from
or
income tax or property tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
huge deal. That
Yeah.
one's going to be the Vermont legislature is going to be really grappling with that.
Let's just tax the income more and more and more. But some would say that that means that people that are in apartments that rent
Oh, it's so
are contributing.
Right.
It's such a catch-22.
Yep. Very complicated.
It is complicated, and I wouldn't want to be the one to figure it out, nor would I want to be the one that said this is how it's going to be.
Nope.
Because somebody's going to be pissed off no matter what.
We are banning specific light bulbs. I saw this, and I think you posted it as well a couple of times.
Yep.
What's the story with it? What's the deal with that?
Get rid of the compact fluorescents because of mercury.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are there going to be like...
There's going to be a ban. They will not be sold. And, it's funny because for a while, that's all you could buy. Remember when the big hype was CFLs, that's what you need to buy.
Yes.
You go in the stores and they were giving deep discounts. And,
Yes.
And Capstone was giving them away because they were expensive. That's what we were going to use because it was better and safer and all those great things.
Right.
And now, no.
This past May, Vermont passed legislation that prohibits the sale of fluorescent light bulbs in tubes that contain mercury starting February 17th. The sale of mercury-containing screw-based compact fluorescent bulbs, or CFLs, is going to be banned. So, wow. What do you think? Good thing? Fish and Wildlife, it's got their attention.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to be putting mercury in the landfills
Sure.
any more than we want. I mean, I would rather them ban that than worry about cow shit as much as they've been worrying about it. But,
Right. The, phosphorus or whatever
Yeah.
the hell yeah. I wonder if we'll have, mercury light bulb police patrolling, going around and coming into the building and saying, do you have, those are mercury bulbs. It's February 18th now.
No.
Get on the ground.
it's the sale of them that
Get on the
stops.
ground. Don't move.
If you already have them, just when they're done, you won't be able to get any more. But supposedly they last for a really long time.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but when you do get rid of them, dispose of them properly.
Legal services in Vermont are going to be launching a program for low-income Vermonters. With the help of a $200,000 grant, Vermont Legal Services Vermont is going to expand its assistance to low-income Vermonters through an online format. About damn time. I think that's fantastic.
It is. Yeah.
I'm just glancing. I mean,
And it will be just for light things, I would assume. Obviously, it's probably not going to be something as in-depth as a divorce or something, but landlord disputes,
relief from abuse,
small things like that. Yep.
small claims. I think that's great, man. Wow. Barbara Walters is gone. I don't. It's like the last couple of days of 22. Everyone was like kicking it. Pele, Barbara Walters, Pope Benedict. Wow. I don't know. It's just
They said we're not going to hang out for this 22. We're done with this. 22
yeah.
to be over. We're done with this crap.
I know.
We're
It's
checking
just,
out.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It just kind of struck me. We're at 30 degrees right now and some clouds, obviously. Just checking what we have here from Roger Hill. God love Roger.
We do love Roger.
Maybe some snow showers or some flurries today. And then tonight, 25, partly to mostly cloudy. Kind of a boring forecast here this week for the first.
Well, a lot of rain though. A lot of precipitation.
Yeah, 90% tomorrow. Clouds, rain, and if you're in the higher elevations, might be spitting a little bit of snow. But yeah, about a quarter of an inch tomorrow and Tuesday. On Wednesday, still very likely that we're going to have rain. 39 degrees for the high on Wednesday.
Well, it was. They were saying, if you look at Roger's forecast last week, they thought that we were going to hit near 60 on Wednesday.
Yeah, I remember that.
But that has changed now.
Yeah. And then Thursday, rain. Friday, rain and snow. My God.
A super wet week. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, and then sunny all next week, but I'm not seeing any big snow showers or snowstorms, I should say. I'm just not seeing anything huge here. I got to tell you, if I owned a snowmobile, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I just would.
Snow machines and boats are like
right.
You need to have. It has to be all about, I guess, the passion of it, that you just, it's something that you have, and it's more like a lawn ornament.
Yeah,
and you
right.
got to be, because it costs a ton of money for either one, and they don't always get a lot of use.
I know. Good morning, Tim Bolton. Yeah.
And Sam Fuller and Heather Slayton.
Is Sam Fuller tuned in?
He is.
Let's tell everyone about Sam Fuller and the art.
Sam
and everything.
Fuller. So Sam's art is here in the studio. You've seen us post some photos of that. Sam's art is going to be moving down to Emsley's. Sherilyn asked. She's super excited about it. She's a huge fan of not only Sam but his foundation and then the art. Because we are not always in the studio and we do not get anywhere near the foot traffic,
Right.
It's just a great idea to move it down there, really get people to be able to see it and have access to amazing art for an amazing cause.
That's Sam has brought back home here to Vermont from Africa. Artists living right there in villagers.
And Sherilyn wants to keep like a steady flow. She wants to be able to keep that art in the shop for sale all the time. So that's awesome.
She loves the elephants.
Also new in the year, and I don't know if you saw me post, just speaking of this sort of stuff, did you know you could now buy subscriptions to Jenna's Promise Coffee?
No, I did not know that.
You can.
That's fantastic. So you can pick whatever you want.
Pick whatever you want. The K-cups or bags. They have all different kinds. You can order online, and you can have a subscription to the Jenna's Coffee. If I had I should have got that for Dick Wabi for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know.
His favorite.
Yeah, his favorite. I don't know what he got me yet, but you know, I could have at least been nice and.
You expecting something from Dick Wabi? You think he would get you something?
No, we're just going out for drinks. Yeah, that's what I think too. And you still have almost 24 hours to submit your snowmen.
Oh
So
my God.
listen,
forgot.
I know that we can see grass and that we only had one big storm to make snowmen, but be creative.
Right.
Cotton balls, marshmallows, hay bales, Legos,
Toilet paper.
yeah, whatever. You build the cutest snowman, paint it, do whatever. We are having a contest for the cutest snowman. And we'll announce it right here tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, and the winner's getting tickets to FGB theaters.
Yes, so there are movie passes. Some of them, one of the grand prize will have the movie plus some popcorn and
Concessions.
yeah. So, and then the rest will be just
Took-
passes to the movies.
Took Lily out to see Avatar. Mm-hmm. Little much.
For her?
Little much.
Yeah. Well, she is pretty young.
It was
You
just
probably should have taken her to see Puss in Boots instead.
Yes, I would have fallen asleep with that one as well. But anytime that involves, at my age, sitting down with the lights shut off, I don't care what the hell movie it is.
Top Gun? You fell asleep?
Probably not Top Gun.
Didn't you go see that one?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. But you didn't fall asleep?
No, by the way, top 5 movies for 2022, number 1, Top Gun. $716 million is what it pulled in.
Yeah.
Number 1 movie. Again, 716 mil. Number 2 in 2022, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, 411 mil. Number 3, Black Panther, 393 mil. Jurassic World was number 4. And number 5, Minions, The Rise of Gru, which Lily loves that. I loved that movie. It was so much fun. Hard to ignore in 2022 is Donald Trump. The January 6th committee, his taxes that apparently we're all going to be seeing in the near future.
They've been out all over the last several days.
When you say it, my head's been in my ass.
Are you shocked?
Well, I didn't see the number. Did you see any numbers?
Yeah. Did I pay great attention? No. Does that make me a bad person? Probably in some people's eyes.
You are.
I'm just really,
You're sick and tired of it.
I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it all.
His
And I
famous
just want to move on and find a better path forward.
his
That's
famous
what I want.
well, I understand. His famous words when he announced that he's going to be running for 2024 for the presidency, I am your voice. And of course, everything that's happening with Twitter, with Trump, this is one of the big things in 2022. I mean,
And this is not a Democrat Republican thing. This is just purely me saying I don't want him to be my voice. He's not my voice. No matter which side of the aisle I stand on, that man is not my voice.
what do you think about all of the shenanigans with Twitter and Trump and Elon Musk? And
I think that's all is about as nauseating as the rest of it.
I mean, look what Glenn has to say.
Yes, agreed, Glenn. Agreed.
Glenn just posted a a beautiful picture of a vomiting pumpkin.
Agreed.
The midterm elections. I mean, there was a lot of big stuff that happened in 2022. Elon Musk, by the way, speaking of him, he is announcing that he is going to have the first civilian spacewalk in 2023. Means, Raylene, you could go up to outer space, get outside of the spacecraft, and float around, tethered by an umbilical cord.
I hope that works out better than his cars. That's all I've got to say. You know, the ones that are constantly catching fire and
Exploding.
exploding and don't run, and yeah.
What do you think of...
Nobody wants to work on.
This is true. Very true. Nobody wants to work on. Oh, my God. Some of the top trending things in 2022. Of course, TikTok and what's going to happen with TikTok. What's going to happen? Every state is up in arms about this. We're banning TikTok, from being connected into our social media. I mean, it's a bunch of shit. I think it is anyway. I mean, there's some people that absolutely love it and swear by it.
Yeah, I agree that they do. And, but if it's a threat, it should go away.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. It's not great for
There shouldn't be question. If it's a threat, then it should go away.
a lot of the younger generation.
We'll find something else to do.
I know they will.
Maybe we'll just start making our own videos, and people will continue to do reels or whatever they call them, reels. Off of, I mean, Rebecca does great reels that are hysterical and awesome.
And she's not on
and
TikTok.
she doesn't do them on TikTok. She does them right on Facebook.
Yeah.
I see all kinds of them, and so we will find a way without TikTok. It's okay.
We'll survive.
Yeah. Literally, maybe.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, there are some parents who swear that it's fine and everything it's okay as long as you are monitoring what your kid is watching, and you get the parent controls rigged up and all that. No way, man. Not me.
No.
Tinned fish was one of the, and butter boards were two of the trending things in 2022. Of course, you know what this is, right? Tinned fish.
No.
Like canned tuna fish and sardines and anything that's fish in a tin. And you take that out, and in a butter board, you take a charcuterie board, and you spread butter all over it, and you put the tinned fish on there. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, yeah. That's
no, thanks.
Yeah. Heather knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can reach Michelle. Michelle Hebert. Very, very busy lady over at William Ravies.
Hello.
And there she is. Good morning, honey.
Good morning. How are you?
We're great. How are you?
Good.
How are things over at William Ravies?
They're very good. Very good. We're busy, ready to start the new year and help lots of new clients and returning clients.
We were just chatting a little while ago and a little bit last week about the Trader Joe's effect. And
you told me this. I didn't have a chance to look this up. Tell me about it.
Well, I think probably not so much in Vermont, but in other areas of the country, real estate is being dramatically affected by your proximity or the proximity of the real estate to some of the big chains, and Aldi's is one of them. Trader Joe's is the biggest one, and it's amazing. Aldi had the lowest initial value, but Trader Joe's is number one. And
So we have space in downtown Barrie. Are you going to open a Trader Joe's?
you know what? We dropped, seriously, Raylene and I dropped a question of the day. What is it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, wasn't it, Raylene?
Mm-hmm.
Of what we would love to see
In that space.
over at Panera Bread on 302. And Trader Joe's was one of them. Whole Foods, I think, was in there too, and I think there was an Aldi that was mentioned as well. But yeah,
There's an opportunity there.
I guess so. But home values apparently up based on the proximity of where you are to Trader Joe's, which wouldn't have any bearing on my decision.
Me either. Maybe that's why it's not a Vermont thing.
We
are really
There's
not
one in
that
South
excited
Burlington, right?
about it.
Yeah, there's in Burlington, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are we doing here in Vermont?
So things are relatively we've slowed down in terms of where we were at, where we were going, felt like we were going 100 miles an hour. Things have kind of, and when I say slow down, it's not in a bad way, just kind of getting back to something a little bit more normal. I mean, we were all, and it's kind of the same sort of talk around, with the pandemic and getting back to normal. The real estate world seems to be doing the same. Nothing crazy going on. What is good is we saw interest rates go up quite a bit from where they were, which were all-time lows. And now from where they had peaked, they're starting to relax and come back down a little, which is great. So there's great opportunities there for buyers, still great opportunities for sellers. Inventory is still low. So there's opportunities on both sides.
What's considered low inventory? What's a hot market in Central Vermont for inventory compared to what we have going on right now?
Yeah, when we look at inventory and we look at how quickly homes go on the market and then come off the market, and generally a seller's market is considered to be, we look at, and to make it simple, we look at how many months or how many before the inventory actually completely turns around, similar to when you put things on the shelf in a grocery store, how quickly do all of those items on the shelf then come off the shelf and be sold, and you have to resupply the shelf. And so right now things are still moving very quickly because there are still many buyers and there's not much inventory. And so we were looking at one point, it was days on the market that things were staying on. And so now we're looking at maybe a few weeks, but and people feel like, oh my gosh, something ridiculous changed, but that's still very, very fast. So we're still what is considered a seller's market because of the amount of low inventory we have. I think last time we talked, I kind of gave you some stats, just looking this morning, how many active listings we have in Barrie. Barrie and Barrytown combined. Residential listings, 15. That's how many active properties residential properties are on the market today in Barrie. Yeah.
Tell me about one or two of them.
So I have a new listing, a very nice home on Hutchins Circle in Barrytown. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath Cape. Hutchins Circle is just off Middle Road. So if you're coming up Middle Road from South Barrie, it's on the right.
Yeah, it's on the right.
Yeah, it's on the back side, so you don't have any neighbors behind you. Nice little spot there. And it's got a great attached garage with space for storage above, full basement finished. So that's a new one that's just come on. So if you're looking for a nice home in Berrytown, give me a call on that one. I know we've got another. Keep your eye out. We've got another home coming on in the next day or so, also in Berrytown on Camp Street. So you can check our website out for that. And and it doesn't have to be our listing either. Sometimes that's a misconception that you can
Right.
only call me to help you if it's my listing or our office listing. It can be anyone's listing. I can call and help you, and I can represent you as a buyer. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, how does that work? I know we can really get into some depth with that, but what's the skinny on that? In the state of Vermont.
So in Vermont, we are only allowed to represent one side. So in other states, they allow what's called dual representation, which in Vermont is not allowed. So it makes things actually very nice and clear in terms of who I'm working for.
Right.
So I'm either working for the seller or I'm working for the buyer. And it's important for buyers to know that they have a right to have representation for themselves so that they can make sure that they're getting the best information and that they're represented in terms of their biggest decision for most people and biggest purchase for most people.
Sure.
So we represent both sellers and buyers, but not at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
What are some of the basic questions that you might be able to answer if someone is watching, listening right now, is thinking, all right, here we are. We got 2023 in front of us. We're thinking about wiping the slate in several areas of our lives. Do we want to move out of Vermont? Do we want to move to Vermont? Do we want to move to a different town, a different location in Vermont? Or should we just stay buckled up, stay put, stay where we are because the market is atrociously bad from what we've been reading about and seeing about and hearing about constantly on our phones and in the news? What would you say to someone who's just looking ahead at the new year and just even remotely contemplating a buy or a sell?
So, yeah, there's so many things we can unpack there.
Yeah.
So to start with, in terms of seeing things in the headlines talking about a crashing market or those sorts of things, what we're seeing right now in our market, it is not the same as it was 15 years ago. It is not the same as 2008. We don't have the same circumstances going on right now in terms of employment. We are actually currently at the lowest point, historically low in terms of any foreclosures there, which is not what's happening. Also low rates of people who are defaulting on their mortgages. So people are paying for their mortgages. We aren't going to see a big influx of foreclosures. And there are jobs. The job market is good. So what happened 15 years ago, which for a lot of people who experience that, there's that fear in the back of their minds that, oh, we've experienced that. This is what's happening. What's happening in and around the country it's not the same. It's not the same at all. The other thing about real estate is it's a long game.
Yeah.
People try to think they're going to try to time it right in terms of, interest rates and things. Here's the thing. If you're going to buy a home and you're going to hold on to it for a significant amount of time, or you're going to be a homeowner for a significant amount of time. What you get for an interest rate today, it's locked in as a residential rate. If rates fall, you can refinance
Yeah.
and get a lower rate. So it's really the long game. I think I had mentioned to you before, we bought our first property almost 25 years ago, my husband and I. Rates were higher than what they are today. And so when they went down, we refinanced. But that wasn't to our detriment at all. We're happy that we became homeowners when we did, and we continue to be today. So it's, I would say, get pre-approved if you're thinking about it. I mean, this is a great time of year to start thinking about buying a home. Some people are going to get tax returns back, and they'll have a chunk of money to use. There are great programs out there with local lenders. Give me a call. I can give you some suggestions. But start by getting pre-qualified, and I think people weigh too heavily, especially in the residential market, in terms of timing it right. But I think the timing is really more a personal decision.
Yeah.
Around what's going on in your life, because interest rates change all the time.
Yeah.
And so
right.
It's not something that you are stuck with forever.
Yeah, and if you're if you're renting and you're thinking this is going to be the year that we want to find out if we can buy something, get pre-approved, get in touch with your lender. I mean, my God, there's so many right here in Central Vermont that you can you can pick up the phone, you can call them, you can get online, or you can hop in the car and be face to face with them in a matter of minutes and find out what you're pre-qualified for.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you can do it online, for the people in the market who, I don't really feel like talking to anybody. Our local lenders have places on their website you can go on, and you can just fill it out and do your pre-approval online, and they'll get back to you. So you can do it electronically. Now, if that's your preference too.
I thought I saw some more rumblings that the feds were going to boost the rates one more time to try to combat inflation. And
they may, but again, like I said, rather than trying to figure out if you can time it right, start the process. Mm-hmm. Start by getting pre-qualified. Rates will always change. Mm-hmm. They don't stay the same. They go up, they come down, but they seem to settle down. So they're really, and maybe it's because I've like I said, I bought my first property 25 years ago, 6.25 or 6.5, that's not a terrible rate. Mm-hmm. And if you compare it to what it's costing, not just that, it's in the long haul, as you continue to grow in appreciation, when home values go up, and they historically do over time, you're growing something, you're owning it.
Right. Don't wait another 5 years before you start thinking about getting some equity going. You know
what? Yeah, exactly. Should you wait? No, you shouldn't wait. The sooner you start, the better.
Yeah. Yeah, well said. Michelle, right here in Barre on Main Street, William Raveys, you're back to work here. We're into the new year. Holidays behind us. People can walk in and see you, meet you, call ahead if you want, make an appointment. When you're walking by, stop and just glance at all the listings that you guys have pasted right there on the window, on the glass.
Yep, we've got them in the windows. We've got them on our websites. You can give me a call, send me a message, and we're happy to help.
How do we get in touch with you? What's the best way? Phone number, email?
Yep, you can call our office directly, or you can email us. You can email us personally as agents, or you can contact us right through the website. They'll get us right to you, whatever your whatever your preference is in terms of, you know, use of media.
All right.
We're available in all aspects, whether it's phone, text, email, website. We got it all. So easy to get in touch with.
Well, we know you're not punching in at 9 and punching out at 5. We know that you're putting in some serious hours over there, and we appreciate everything you do over at William Raveys, Michelle.
Well, thank you. We appreciate what you do as well.
Yeah, we'll get you in here one of these times too, real soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thanks.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks, Michelle. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Busy team over there.
Yes.
And John Biondolillo. I mean, everybody knows John. My God. I mean,
And it's a fairly large team as
Yeah.
well. If you go to their website and you look, there's a lot of people there ready to help you. And
good
in
people.
all aspects of it too, financial, real estate, everything. They
it's
do a lot
exactly
over there.
Right. It's not just real estate. This was there any things in this past year that that you wanted to kind of look back on, and things that were good?
Well, as I told you, when we joined Michael on the Berry Beat the other day, my all-time most memorable show, and the show that will probably always mean the most to me, is the show that we did, or actually it wasn't even a show. We were here on the 25th of February so that we could be here with the Lindley Heartbreaks.
Yes.
They had come in. It was a horrible snowstorm, but I had gotten the info from Megan.
Megan Brown.
Megan Brown, before I got here, that James was in Burlington going to get his kidney. And, we had done the shows prior to that, and we talked about it a lot, and tried to get as much traffic as we could, and to help them find a donor for this kidney. And so I went live on my phone as soon as you walked in to tell you, and I was super emotional, and you were super emotional. But anyways, that is like that show that Megan did with us to tell us, and then the response that we got, and that was I believe the only show that we have ever had that got over 1,000 shares. Shares,
not views.
Not views. Over 1,000 shares, which was awesome. I mean, it was just incredible, and to be a part of that, and to know them personally, and to know where they are today. We really need to have them in as a family, because Megan had some medical issues going on at the same time. She's doing fantastic. He's doing fantastic. It's just awesome to see.
Yeah.
And then the most fun I ever had was with Wyatt, not Owen. I said it wrong. So Wyatt is the one that came in, and
how old is he? 5?
I think so.
5 or 6.
But he brought us in a gift. He brought us in Nerf guns, these battery operated Nerf, and we shot each other up. It was so much fun. I never laughed so hard.
It was 50 rounds.
Yeah, and those things hurt.
Yeah.
And that boy knows right where to shoot you.
Like I said, like I said with Michael Booten the other day, Saturday morning, I still have welts. I still have black and blues in the groin area. From where he shot us up, this little 5-year-old running around the building.
Oh my God, it was so much fun though. It was so much fun, and he was so tiny. He could hide. He could like duck and hide under chairs and in these little cupboards and stuff. And he was kicking our ass.
Can we do that again?
He just was. It would be fun.
Can we do that again
it was
sometime?
Great. It was great. It was. So that was my favorite.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh God, you had to ask me. I don't know. Rex Thompson getting harassed by the Easter Bunny was a favorite.
That was hysterical.
One of my favorites. We won't say who the Easter Bunny was Chris Autry.
I
But-
just watched that video again the other day,
Did you?
actually, because I never knew that Rex really was afraid of the Easter Bunny. Like, that creeped him out badly. He
Yeah.
really did not enjoy that.
No.
That was not an act. He
No. He
did
was
not.
No, not happy. And that was one of the.
Was made it worth it, though.
I know. Yeah, we had some amazing times here. We've had some unusual things happen on the other side of the glass,
Yes.
where you're sitting.
Yes.
That we were able to see, and frankly, things that interrupted us while we were live on the air that we won't forget. Remember?
No. Okay, I called the police once.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you remember the one where the couple got into a fight, standing literally
Yes.
less than 2 feet from where you're sitting right now,
And she whopped him with her sandwich.
with her Subway? She's over the head like this, slamming him across the head with her foot-long Subway.
And then we've had some other really great shows where we've been able to get some extremely important and information. Chelsea Fournier,
Yes.
the lady from Ukraine.
Yana Walder.
Yana.
It was one of my favorites when she came in here and sat down and was talking about her family that was getting bombed in Ukraine, and that one stuck with me.
Yeah. And what you guys, I mean, people may not know, but a lot of the times we sit here with our Kleenex or wishing that we had gotten them ahead of time,
Sure.
because we spend a lot of the time being so emotional, and then
Yeah.
you're trying to still talk and do the interview, and it's tough sometimes
of course it
because
is.
the connection that you feel when you're sitting here having this conversation is huge too.
Right.
That these people are willing to sit with you and have a very frank and very personal conversation and
Extremely.
share that.
Yeah.
What a privilege
It is a privilege.
for us to be
Huge.
able to even bring that to people, and
Right.
and to have somebody trust you enough to sit here in front of you and literally dig deep. You have to dig deep, and you have
Sure.
to be brave, and that is, we've had a lot of brave,
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
and especially in this year, it seems.
My God, and look at the icons that we have lost. And I know we were talking about this earlier on this episode this morning, but rock and roll pioneer Jerry Lee Lewis, 87 years old. We lost him. Naomi Judd, who died by suicide, 76 years old. April 30th. And the Judds were going to be inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame the following day.
Yes, and they still did do it, but
Yeah, and they performed on the CMT Music Awards April 11th, just days before she took her life. It was their first awards show performance in 20 years, 76 years old. We've talked about suicide an awful lot in 2022. Stephen Tracy.
yes,
And look at everything that Brandy has done. Just
amazing, in memory of her son,
Yeah,
in one
one
year.
year. Just in 1 year, what she's
Yes.
done.
And we've been able to be a part of that as well, and it's just amazing. And she's got a lot of new stuff coming up, and so very much looking forward to that. This is the thank you card that we got from her, which I think we read at one point, but it says, "Thank you for your continuous support of all things Stevens Squad and the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Yep.
This year, our team raised $6,526. The Burlington Walk raised $72,486, and Vermont in total raised $120,867 for suicide awareness and prevention programs and education.
My God.
we're super excited to tell you that we will be starting the Stephen M. Tracy II Memorial Foundation in January to support youth in our community. And so they sent that to us.
That's this month.
I know. And so she's got a lot going on. We know that she'll be in here. We've talked to her. We've talked about the walk. We've talked about the ride that they do on the ATV trails up in Williamstown. Awesome.
Yeah.
And another strong person. I mean, you're sitting here in front with this mom
Sure.
who has lost her son, who is being deep and honest and putting it out there, to save someone else.
Yeah, to save someone else, right?
Yeah.
I could never do it.
No.
I could never do it. Who else? Loretta Lynn, who we lost, 90 years old. Queen Elizabeth,
Yeah.
96 years old.
I was waiting. I was wondering if you were going to say Queen Elizabeth or not.
That was a day, September
And
8th.
and who were you just like very shocked and like, holy shit, about just on New Year's Eve? Who died December 31st? Barbara Walters.
Oh, Barbara Walters, 93 years old. Unbelievable. Really. One of the other big things in 2022 that, frankly, just so exhausted hearing about is the Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade. That was and still is a big thing in 2022, and will certainly carry on into 23. World Series, Astros were champs again. Alex Jones ordered to pay an additional $1.5 billion to Sandy Hook families. Billion. Think about that. I can't even conceptualize what $1 billion.
What he's been ordered to pay and what he'll actually pay are probably two very different things.
Of course.
And that's the sad part. I mean, none of it, not one dime would never bring back the people lost.
Nope.
But what the actuality of that is pretty insignificant considering.
I'm just glancing through my list here. Elon Musk officially taking over Twitter in October, $44 billion deal. What a cluster that was. Still is.
Darling, that's because he is a cluster.
Still is. Brittany Griner, talk about clusters. Detained in Russia and out.
We can't go there.
Yeah, because you get hot.
Yes.
You get hot on that one.
Because I say things that are not, that we can get in big trouble for. I say things about that situation that make us have to delete the show.
The whole show.
Yeah.
Right in the shitter.
Right in the shitter. Yeah.
Sports, Golden State defeated the Boston Celtics. We had the Rams, Super Bowl champs. We had a lot of
We've
stuff.
only lost, let's be honest though, we've lost one show on Aired Out and one show on Barry Beat because of my mouth. And that's it. That's not bad, really, when you think of how many shows we've done.
I know.
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
What do you think about and we ask those that are watching and listening right now, especially Michael Booten, about small businesses. It's been of course we can speak about small biz nationally, but right here in small town Vermont, it has been a brutal couple of years for the small business owner. People are not tripping over themselves to start up their own small businesses.
No,
and
because it's hard.
The gig jobs and gig careers I mean, look at Michael Deering. There's more people doing gig work than ever. Small biz has taken a huge hit, and especially here in small town Vermont. And I hope that 2023 is going to be much better than the past year.
Yeah, I hope so as
there's
well.
the high cost of borrowing, which is forcing more small business owners to close their doors for good. There's staffing shortages, supply chain issues.
The cost of supplies.
The cost of food.
My God.
The cost of food for restaurants and trying to keep it staffed and
they
keep
have
going.
to up their prices and in order to stay alive. It's it's a scary thought.
I say that small business owners are going to have to continue to be creative with whatever it is that they do. Services offered, products offered, marketing.
And us too. We have to remember. So not that long ago, we were all trapped because of COVID. And we have to remember who saved us. It was the little guy. We depended more on the farm stands, the farmers, the locals.
Yes.
It was, we all stood together, and it was the little guy worried about us.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
the big guy. And the biggest takeaway from the shutdown should be that we really depended on local, and don't let that dependency go away.
Yeah.
Because
That's right.
we need them.
We're going to continue to grapple with labor shortages. The Fed's boosting rates even more.
Yep.
We're going to continue to grapple with this. And like you just said, the time to buy local and support your local economy, the time to do that is now more than ever.
More than ever.
More than ever.
More than ever. And it will, in the end, it will suit you best. It will, in the end, those people surviving, it is what's going to help you survive for years to come.
We all know
just-
there's
it is.
we all know there's a supply chain issue, that the economy has slowed down, that there's one issue after another. But we can survive this. We did 2022. But if you think that just because the calendar has shifted to a new month and a new year that our problems are going to be going away overnight, hell no.
Right. Our mindset needs to shift a little bit as well.
That's right.
And yeah,
Support your local businesses.
please.
Even if you're paying just a tiny little bit more. I don't care if it's a cup of coffee or what have you. Vacuum cleaner. Don't give a damn. Support your local
Yeah.
builders, suppliers, artists, hardware stores, whatever, restaurants. And you know what? If you're going to go to a restaurant, don't be an asshat. You may have to wait a little bit longer for your food to arrive. They may have some staffing shortages behind the scenes in the kitchen that you may not see. Tip these people.
Yes.
Give them a tip. Don't get frustrated and be selfish if your food comes out a little bit longer than,
Right. Just don't be an ass.
Don't be an ass.
Treat people like you want to be treated.
Right.
We never know what is going on in someone's life, and
Yes, that's right.
not everyone wants to air it all out.
That's right as well. Anything else that you can think of this morning?
No, just please, if you haven't entered the snowman contest,
Yes.
and you want to, you still have time. Build it out of anything, because obviously we don't have snow anymore. We
Yep.
did get some entries of snowmen,
Yes.
but be creative. Legos, marshmallows, toilet paper,
And do it
hay
with your
bales.
kids. Do it with your kids.
Go mow the grass. Do it with grass clippings if you need to. I don't care.
Yes.
But
The winners announced tomorrow morning.
yes, so just be creative, and the post is pinned at the top of the page, and if you have pictures of your snowmen that you were able to build when we did have snow, get those up there.
Yeah.
Because we will be picking, and you can win movie passes to then you can go to Capitol Theater in Montpelier, or you can go to the Paramount here in Barrie.
Yeah.
And the top prize will also have some concession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to Michelle Hebert for hopping on with us from William Ravies. We love having them. They're exclusive to Aired Out. I mean, they're just freaking awesome. All of them over there. John Biondolillo is going to be in here soon, by the way.
Another busy dude.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Raylene. Community stuff. There's so much of it. Not just, I'm just thinking here off the top of my head real quick. The American Legion, they've got their meal that they're going to be serving up tomorrow night.
Yep. And we'll post it. We always do.
We will post it. Yeah.
We always do. So they do one on Tuesday nights. I believe the Canadian Club does theirs on Wednesday nights.
Yes.
There's some stuff going on over at the Elks Club as well. Always stuff happening at the library. There is a lot of stuff going on, and I will make sure to get it all posted out there. And we are going to get rid of the Christmas in the window.
We won.
I know we did.
We won the window contest.
I know. Isn't that wonderful?
You won the window. You and Heather did that.
And
I had
all
no part
of
of
the people that voted for us. We love you, and thank you very much for that vote of confidence. But we're going to take that down. The bulletin board will come back. So that'll be available as well as the posts.
Not kidding. Brushing the teeth this morning. For some reason, the bulletin board popped into my head while I was brushing my teeth. Oh, my God. The bulletin board is going to come back.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. I'm excited about it.
I know. Because then you know what's going on. Maybe I should start putting your life stuff on there so that you know what's happening in your world.
Please, my God.
I'm going to make you a bulletin board.
You mentioned the Aldrich Library just a minute ago. It is Thursday, this coming Thursday at 5:30. The film, The Corey Project, is going to be put on from 5:30 to 7:30. These are just several of gazillions of local things that we love talking about here.
City council meeting tonight?
Tonight.
No, tomorrow
night.
Tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yeah, and Tom Lozon hopefully will be with us on Wednesday morning.
Right, and tonight you can watch Barry Beat at 8 o'clock with Michael and I, and
That's
then we
right.
will tell you about the council meeting tomorrow.
Yes. All right. Good stuff. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and having some fun with us.
Have a great day and Happy New Year.
We appreciate you watching, listening, engaging with us, maybe being a sponsor for the past year. And we are so excited and so much looking forward to a new year of being always live, never edited, and always local, real, raw, relevant, relatable, responsible. Sometimes
And only deleted once.
Only deleted once. Hey, you know what we never talked about?
What?
Johnny Depp in 2022, or when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Academy Awards, which was one of your favorite. You still love
My life just isn't going to be the same.
You still love hearing about that, Ray.
Oh, yes.